before you came in was this has to be a championship caliber defensive team. Can this team go all the way from where it was to that, and how do you get there?
Work. I think the most important thing is to get in the gym and work on it. It's the best thing, that's the best way to build. It's the best way to get to know your players, to get to know one another. It's just to get in the gym, lock yourself in the gym and work.
What excites you most about joining this team?
The thing that's most exciting is my second time here. So total, different situation, different people are here, different everything. So that's exciting coming into a new situation. And our aspirations are, well, my aspirations have always been the same: is to win as much as possible and give us a chance to win a championship.
What did you think about the Rockets from the outside last year when you watched them?
I thought they were a really good team last year. Scored a lot of points. Didn't really do too much on the defensive end. But again, that takes time. They had a lot of young players this year. Hopefully we can focus on both ends instead of just one.
Trevor, is it hard to get a team's mentality to when you have an offensive player like James Harden, is it hard to change the mentality and stress just how important the other side of the court is?
I think when people understand what it takes to win and what they, if they want to get better and they want to win championships, it takes both sides. It takes a complete game. So if your aspirations as a team is to win a championship, I think no matter if you're an offensive player or defensive player, you try to do whatever it takes to help your team win.
How much personal pride do you take in having cultivated a reputation of being an excellent defensive player and having that sort of influence potentially for this team here?
I try to do whatever the team needs of me. Wherever I go, wherever I've been, I just try to be the best player that I can be. I figure if I work on my game, whatever the coach asks me, I try to do. So I don't worry about reputation. I don't worry about any of those things. I just try to be the best player I can be.
You mentioned the defensive issues that the Rockets had. You saw them firsthand a couple times last year. One of those games, you had an exceptional offensive night against the Rockets, right? That was like a really big three-point shooting night for you last year. What are some of the things that you learned from playing against this group that you can bring in and say you need to work on X, Y, and Z?
Just staying solid the whole game. They definitely have. Well, they have the capabilities of being a good defensive team last year. Maybe they wasn't really too much focused on it, but this year I think my job is to continue to tell them, or to continue to work on playing both ends of the floor more so than anything.
Can you talk a little bit about what you bring? I mean, I know you talked about your defense, but if somebody hadn't seen you play in Houston and they're like, how do you see yourself fitting in here, and how can you help this team?
How can I help this team? I've definitely gotten better at shooting the ball. Offensively, defensively, I give you everything I have when I'm on the court. And I just try to, whatever my team needs for me to do when I'm on the court, I try to do. I try to do to the best of my ability.
Having known James as long as you have, to see him now, taking the trophy in Spain and writing segues on the internet, whatever, with Seth Meyers, all that kind of stuff. Is he a guy you ever envisioned as in the spotlight type of guy, and how do you think he is to handle all that comes with that now?
I think he's been great. I think everything that he's done up to this point has prepared him for all the notoriety that he's getting now. I think he's handling it great. I think he's being himself, and I feel like it's natural. It just comes natural to him. That's the type of person he is.
There's been significant roster turnover with this team. How familiar are you with the other players who are going to be in here for the first time?
Well, again, all the familiarity takes time. So starting tomorrow, we get to get after it in practice, and that's when it starts. You can't put a time frame on anything. It just has to click. So once we get in practice, we learn each other. Or learn each other how we play together, then we can figure all that out.
Trevor, when you talk about how crazy this business is, how crazy you're back here, and you're reunited with Dwight.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know, but this business is a funny business sometimes, but it is, I'm very grateful to have the opportunity to play in the NBA for as long as I've been here. But I've been through a lot of teammates, some recycled and everything. So it's just great, man. I'm just happy to be able to play every day, wake up and play. It's dope.
When you first got signed here, you hit on the point that you learned how to become a leader.
Yeah.
You became a leader in Washington. Can that transfer seamlessly here, or is that something that has to just develop?
I feel like that's just something that happens. I don't think that you go places and saying I'm going to be this or I'm going to be that. It's just something that develops. It's not something that you go in and you demand automatically. It's something that takes time. I think it takes respect. Build respect or rapport with your teammates, and whatever happens, happens.
How excited are you about the pieces of the puzzle that are different this time around being in Houston? I mean, you have some high-powered guns with you.
I think last time I was here, we had some really good players, and it just so happened a few of them were injured. We didn't get a chance to play with. I think Yao was out the whole year. T-Mac was, in and out hurt. But even back then, I felt like we had really good pieces. We just were young and didn't really know how to put it all together for a long period of time. But this time around is definitely different. Everybody's healthy, and we all have the same goal. We all want to win a championship, and that's what's driving the bus.
How much have y'all been able to communicate before today or tomorrow? I mean, how much have y'all had conversations?
We communicate pretty frequently throughout the summer. Since I've been here, we all been going out doing things together, having been in the gym non-stop. So it's starting to be fun.
Do you think
something you're looking most forward to this season?
Winning. I love to win. I'm a competitor. And the only thing that I want to do is win a championship, and that's the only motivation, and that's it.
Do you feel like it might take a while to develop that chemistry?
You can't never really tell how long it takes. Communication is always the key. So I feel like if we all have a open mind and open to communication, I think that everybody will come together a lot quicker than slower.
All right, thanks, Trevor.
Thank you.